What's going on, team? What's going on, team? Welcome to tonight's isolation session. Gonna give everybody another minute or two to join. Tonight's session is gonna be pretty simple. It's gonna go by quick. My bad, I'm back. Looking at the news that we have coming up for tomorrow and for the rest of the week, understanding that we have FOMC, right, especially at 2 p.m., we know it's going to be a pretty slow market tomorrow morning. So, just going to be patient. Time is 6:51. I'll be right back. Gonna grab some water, give everybody a few more minutes to join, and then we will get started. My bad, team. I'm back. I got lost. Started early today. Not really. I just gave everybody a few minutes to join. I ran down for some water and got distracted. We good to go, guys? Any specific pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. I'm like a little stuffy today. I don't know what's going on. I don't feel sick, but my nose is pretty sure you guys could hear it. I'm a little like congested. Like breathing hard. Again, if no questions, we'll go over the pairs that you see on the right hand side with the red flag next to their name, starting off with AUD-USD, finishing off with US oil. And again, guys, tomorrow we have FOMC, so I'm not really going to go too crazy on what price is doing, the structure, none of that. I'm pretty much just going to be looking for continuations at this point on the 30-minute time frame. You guys already know how I roll. Right, FOMC is at 2 p.m. I'm not going to be taking any trades until after FOMC. So for me, it's gonna be a simple day today. We'll just update our 30-minute time frame. If we have any continuations, then we'll look for that and we'll update it. If not, then we'll just go on to the next one and keep trading. Any questions so far? Let me know. Sounds like your throat clogged up. Hey yo. Hey yo. Nah, facts though. I don't know what's going on. And good thing is I feel good. Like I don't feel sick, I don't feel bad, I'm not sneezing, none of that. It's just no Diddy, I'm clogged up. I don't know how else to say that. Right now, nothing for AU. We're still moving counter trend. We're still looking good. Looking for price to fill up that gap that's at the top of the market on the 30 minutes. So we'll be patient with AU. We'll let price do what it has to do. ACAD, we have 2 days where price has moved sideways. We're still trading between the previous higher highs and higher lows that were set for last week. And we're still in the zone of consolidation on a downtrend. So waiting for price to start making lower lows and lower highs before I start looking to take any trades here. So once we start breaking these lows, that's when I'll start looking to take those trades. For EA, we are in level 3 on an uptrend. We have reached our first point of interest to where we are expecting price to give us a higher low to continue into a higher high. And on the 30-minute, price finally gave us a change of character back to the top side. Right, so after the change of character, we're looking for the break. At this point on the 30-minute, the break of structure is also lined up with where the 800 EMA is at. So when we're looking at where price is going to give us the break or just the inducement of the highs, we know that it's going to be somewhere in this area. Right, so we're trading lower low, lower high, lower low. Price then pushed up to the top side, gave us a change of character. Higher high. Right, so if price decides to give us a higher low, then it gives us the break of these highs. Then a retest, we know we can start taking these trades back to the top side. Not only do we see that on the 30, but the top sides that we know that we're looking for are going to be these highs over here. So price is setting up for us. Now, if it gives us an inducement of these highs, then we know price is just going to follow the downtrend push that we're currently on to then go to our 4-hour lows all the way down here. But again, we'll just have to wait and see what price wants to do in these areas. So we'll be patient. We'll keep this marked up like this. And then we'll see what price does after FOMC. Again, tomorrow we have news at what, 2 p.m.? The FOMC news at 2 p.m. So for me, it's very simple, guys. It's very simple. I'm not going to be trading before FOMC. And I'm 1000% not looking to take a trade before FOMC and holding the trade through it either. I'm not interested in that. So tomorrow's definitely a day where I'm not even going to be trading. There's nothing for me to trade tomorrow. So we did get the break and a retest that we talked about yesterday. I was just looking at ECAD, right? Because it gave us a fake, obviously, that we knew, an engulfing candle going short. We knew it was fake because it gave us the valid break that we were looking for. And all we were looking for was a break retest to continue. And it gave us that retest on the 50 EMA to continue that push to the top side. So, ECAD is in a situation where also, if we would have had a clean break of these 30-minute highs, and then we would have gotten this retest back to the bottom to continue that push that we saw in the higher time frame, I would have liked to have seen price give me a valid break of these highs to then look for these trades. Regardless, these trades were very early, right? As soon as the market opens, like at the point that if you're already trading NYC, STP's already hit. So it's just very unfortunate that these moves are being played out super early, but that's okay. That's gonna happen sometimes, right? But for now, we know we're still trading at a higher high again, so we're in peak high territory for EURUSD. So that's just another reason why I'm not really trading EURUSD. The 4-hour time frame, we could update this to already say that this is the higher high, higher low here. And then on the 30-minute, we have the change of character, higher high, higher low, and we finally have the higher high. So we could change this 30-minute low to over here. These 30-minute highs up here. Higher high, higher low, higher high. This was a whole zone of consolidation. So we'll be patient. EURUSD is in peak high territory. Once we start getting lower lows and lower highs on the 30-minute, start looking for a pullback even on the 5-minute time frame, right? We're still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. So once we start making lower lows and lower highs, we know we could take those trades on the pullback back down to the bottom. Peak high, will be patient. EURUSD is another one that's right now in level 2 on an uptrend, but we are trading at a higher high. So we want to be patient with this. We just reached our daily highs and our 4-hour highs. We're still testing on the daily. On the 4-hour, we're just testing. Still haven't gotten a clean break. But we also have 2 weeks of rise. Gave us a 3rd week push already. So it's doing exactly what it needs to do. Now, I do want to see the confirmations of the valid breaks before price gives us a pullback. If it doesn't give us a break and it just gives us an inducement, then that's okay. This is where the 30-minute is going to come in handy, right? And we understand that, okay, we have 2 days of rise. We could be looking for a third day push to the top side. Price is already pushing to our third day. Could price then, after giving us a third day push, could it give us a pullback and finish on a rise no net or on a rise drop? 100%. If it ends up doing that, we know we could get a fourth day push. So if the market during FOMC decides to give us this daily break or 4-hour break of structure, and then it ends up giving us a pullback, we know we could start taking those trades back to the top side. So that's the reason why I'm waiting for FOMC. And we had a small trade today. Again, also happened pretty early in the session. Happened around 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Price gave us a nice 5-minute break. After change of character and a break of structure, gave us a retest. Right on the 200 EMA, gave us a 5-minute engulfing candle. Right on the retest, right? Beautiful entry. Stop loss right below. Straight on a profit into STP. So the number one thing is, why wasn't I aggressive on this trade? And it's just simply in the area that we're trading in. The fact that we have reached the previous highs, we had the change of character, we had the break, perfect. Where did the break land into? It broke into where we had our previous 30-minute highs and 30-minute lows. If price would have given me a break of these highs first and then the retest, and that's where we would have seen this move here, would have been an way easier trade. We don't have to start questioning, well, if price doesn't break these highs, we're not going to continue. If we're too early into this trade, we'll miss out. Now, if you were looking for this trade and you missed this one, cool. And you were just waiting for the break to happen, perfect. Once it gave you the break, gave you a nice retest, that's it. Right, you're back into the trade. You missed the initial trade, but you caught the continuation. So it's just two different ways to view it. Where, a picture perfect trade, we would have been in this trade 100% of the time, no questions asked. But just that one missing confirmation is like, alright, cool. I'm okay with missing this trade, but I need to make sure that I catch the continuation. So we have 2 days of rise, perfect. We'll update that tomorrow. GA pretty similar to what we saw at ECAD, or is it EA? Price gave us lower low, lower high, lower low, and then gave us a change of character. Higher high to the top side. We're trading between this 30-minute high up here and the same 30-minute lows down here. We end up having 2 days of no net, which was Friday and Monday. But then today price gave us a day of rise. For GA, we're in peak high territory. Price has not didn't give us a valid break of the lows of the zone of consolidation. At the moment, we still see price giving us daily exhaustion candles. The last 3 candles that are printed have been exhaustion candles. So we still want to be careful. I'm still not really interested. If we go into the 4-hour time frame, we have exhaustion candles at the high. So we already understand, alright, these uptrend pushes, they're still high risk. Not looking the best. Now, if price decides to give us a valid break of these highs, alright, cool. I'll be a little bit more comfortable taking these trades, right? But for right now, I'm gonna just be patient. We could still be trading underneath the previous lower low, lower highs, right? And these could just be equal highs, right? To then continue back down to the bottom. So we'll be patient. GCAD gave us a nice shoulder head shoulder. So this one is simple for me as well. If we don't get those breaks, then we know price is going to go high. Now, why is that important for me to look at? GCAD, we're in level 3 on an uptrend. We know we're looking for price to reach our previous peak highs all the way up to these, let's go to our left, right? All the way to these highs for the previous pattern high, right? So once we visualize that, alright, cool. We know we want to see price go higher, and we see what price is doing in the trend. Once it finished the trend, it gave us a zone of consolidation. Prices at these highs where previously we have tested and went right back down to the bottom. Tested the highs, went back down to the bottom. Tested the highs, went back down to the bottom. We're still testing these highs and we still have exhaustion candles to the highs. I would rather take these trades once we get the breaks. Now, what confirmations is price going to give us at these highs to be able to take these trades if we want to get into the trades? Starts giving us different patterns, and in this case it gave us a shoulder head shoulder, where again, if price gives us, you know, an inducement of the low and then we start uptrending, making higher highs and higher lows, we know we could take these trades back to the top side. If price gives us a break of these highs, right, and invalidates the shoulder head shoulder pattern by breaking the highs, then we know we could take these trades back to the top side. If price breaks the lows, then we know price is just going to continue that downtrend push on GCAD. So we just want to be careful. Want to be not even careful, I'll just say patient. Right? Just understand the area in the market that you're in before executing the trades is very important. Having a party over here, man. GJ on the daily, we still know that we're in an uptrend. We're at the top of the zone of consolidation where we were once stuck in. Let's look at the 4-hour. Did we get a valid break of these 4-hour highs? Right? No. All of these candles we're still testing. We still don't have a valid break of these highs. Price gave us a 4-hour engulfing candle, bearish engulfing candle. Right? Green, green, red. This is not good. Let's see what price wants to do. Could this just be a fake up? 100%. 4-hour engulfing. $30-minute time frame. We're still making higher highs and higher lows. Right? We're making lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price gave us the higher high change of character. Once it gave us a higher high change of character, we're still trading between this low and this high. Okay. Price gave us 3 days of rise. On the third day gave us a rise no net. Gave us a third day push or a fourth day push, but then ended on a drop. So going to call this a day of drop. Now again, what makes this trade going short low probability? The fact that we're still making higher highs and higher lows. The question that we should be asking ourselves is, number one, how far back is this pullback going to be? The second question, once again, price didn't give us a 4-hour break of these highs. Could this be the inducement for price to continue to go short instead of continuing to push to the top side? So there's too many questions to ask right now about this pair going both ways. Once again, since price didn't give us a valid break of these 4-hour highs yet, price could go right back down to the bottom. If price would have given us a valid break, then we would have been like, alright, cool, this is a higher high, price is giving us a higher low retest, to then continue back to the top side. So, until we don't get valid structure on every single time frame, right? Once the daily tells us where price wants to go, once the 4-hour tells us where it wants to go, once the 30-minute tells us where we want to go, then I'll start taking the trade. 30-minute right now looks uptrend. 4-hour looks downtrend. Daily is uptrend. There's something missing. Once all three time frames tell me the same thing, that's when I'll start looking to take the trade. So GJ, we will be patient with it. Once we get the break on GJ on that 4-hour time frame, then I'll start looking to take those trades. If price on GJ starts making lower lows and lower highs on the 30-minute, then we'll flip it. We know this is where price is just going to give us the inducement of the highs, and now we got to flip our bias from uptrend to downtrend. GU very similar to EU. We are in level 2 on an uptrend. Price gave us a nice little zone of consolidation very similar to GJ, where price did give us the break finally. Gave us a break and continued. We're sitting at a higher high. We have 2 weeks of rise. Perfect. We had the change of character. We had the break of structure. We had the retest. We have 2 days of rise. Looking good. Going to keep GU on our watch list for tomorrow. NZD USD, we're still moving counter trends. We're sitting on the 4-hour highs. We still don't have any set 30-minute highs, but we'll keep it like this. NZD USD, we're at the bottom of the zone of consolidation, the second zone of consolidation. So we're pretty much just waiting for price to give us a set high. Once it gives us a set high or a set pullback, that's when we'll start looking to take a trade, right? We are technically on a point of interest, but price on a lower time frame adjust. Again, we can see how it's pushing, just making higher highs and higher lows. So once we turn around, then we can start saying, okay, cool, this is where the set high is going to be made. We started making lower lows and lower highs. This is where we'll start looking to take these trades, but that's not what it's looking like right now. We'll have to just wait. Just a couple more hours, maybe a full day again. Tomorrow's FOMC, so once FOMC is hit, I'm pretty sure a lot of these pairs are going to tell us exactly what it wants to do. If you're trading US 30 again, you know, I hope you have the right account size for it. Crazy wicks in the last 2 days. Just stop hitting everybody's stop losses, just hunting for stop losses. So once again, these are pairs, these last couple of pairs here on our list, USD CAD, ZAR, gold, Bitcoin, oil. These are all pairs that I'm not really trading. We have gaps at the top of the market. Once again, we're still trading higher high and higher low on the 30-minute. Once this higher low is set and we start making higher highs and higher lows once again on the 5-minute time frame, we know we could target these gaps back at the top side. So I'll let price, you know, collect their contracts. Right, I'll let the pullbacks do what they gotta do. And once again, we got FOMC tomorrow, so I'm not really in a rush to take a trade, to be honest with you guys. I'm not really in a rush to take a trade. Tomorrow's gonna be a slow day for me. I don't even think I'm gonna even wake up. FOMC is at 8:30. I'm waking up at 8 a.m. I don't think I'm gonna even rush to get on the charts. You know, these last couple of pairs, USD ZAR, we've just been consolidating these last 3 days, moving sideways. Just crazy candles, crazy wicks. These conditions for me is just not worth it. It's not worth it to trade. Right? I'm not willing to be in a trade and then all of a sudden my stop loss gets hit by one candle that prints a crazy wick all of a sudden. I'm too comfortable not being able to do that. I'm good with that, if that makes any sense. I can't Why would I, it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Why would I put my account at risk? Right? Just crazy wicks. Right? You're in a trade looking good, everything looks good in the lower time frame, and then boom, you have one candle that prints 45. This is Bitcoin, right? So a 45 pip wick. That's insane. Just hitting traders out, just tapping them all out, hunting their stop losses. And then US oil, what we talked about all week pretty much, right? We understand we're still trading at a lower low, so until we don't get a set lower high, I'm not going to be comfortable taking these trades, and we can see why. In the beginning it looks good, but then it turns around back. If you didn't take profit and you thought this was going to be the area where price was going to give you a lower high into a lower low, it gave you another chance to get out of the trade, and if you still didn't get that chance, went right back to the top side. So once again, yeah, we had the change of character, but we never had a valid break. So until price doesn't give me another valid break, or once again, we're still trading between lower low, lower high, lower low. This could still be a set lower high up here. If price does the same thing and gives us a 5-minute lower low, lower high, change of character, break of structure, then we understand, alright, we could take this trade back down. Just a little pullback. Once we take the trade on the pullback, then we know we have some easy trades back into TP. So that's pretty much it, guys. The only trade I really had on my watch list is GU, a potential 372. Once again, I don't really like the area that we're trading in because we are trading at a higher high. And again, when you're trading a trend, you don't want to take a buy position at a higher high. You want to take a buy position at a higher low. So still gonna mark this up as a 372. It'll be on my watch list for tomorrow. Once again, FOMC is at 2 p.m. I'll be on my charts regular time, right? 6 a.m. If I see something, I'll wake up, I'll turn the stream on. We'll talk about it in the cord. We'll talk about it in the YouTube stream as well. If I don't see anything by the time I wake up, then there's really not going to be a stream. I have to pick up E tomorrow. I think 11 a.m. So that's another thing. So that's pretty much it. We'll be back again tomorrow morning. Join the Discord. We'll be back again tomorrow evening for the isolation session. And we'll definitely talk about news. Whatever it does, we'll talk about it. And we'll go on from there. Any questions, any specific pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. If not, 2 minutes and we'll be out of here. Yeah, bro. I don't know. I think I'm some crazy ass allergies or something because I've been feeling it since this morning, but it's like sucks to talk. I feel very clogged up. Like no diddy. I just feel stuffy, like my face, my nose, everything feels clogged up. I need a good sleep is what I gotta get. Alright guys, since no questions in the chat, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Once again, if you do decide to trade tomorrow, please be careful with news. Be careful with the news tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night. Peace out.